We'll try the last two examples here. Hopefully you guys have worked ahead, tried a few of these yourself. Same ideas coming up. We're just going to play around with the numbers a little bit, right? Okay, letter E. I'm looking for a common factor. I say to myself, hey, they both have x's in them. In fact, they both have x squared in them. If I take that out, I'm left with x squared minus 1. In the brackets, I might be able to go further because I see an even exponent. I see two terms. I see a minus sign. Thanks to difference of squares. X minus 1, x plus 1. Okay. I have no more exponents in the brackets. I can't go any further. Let's write down our information. Zeros. What do I got? I got an x at 0. And in fact, that would be this one right here, right? That's a x squared, which means it's going to be a touching one or a bounce. And I got another one at 1 and another one at negative 1. What else do I got here? My leading coefficient. I can see that. That's positive. My y-intercept. I got 0, and if I put 0 in there, 0. Okay, that was easy enough. And so it's max mins. That's kind of our new trick here, right? Let's find some max mins. So the smallest 0, that's negative 1. Which gives me negative 0.5. F at negative 0.5 will give us, if we punch it on the calculator, put it in for both x's, I got negative 0.1875. Negative, we're going around a room here. I'm going to move this around. Sorry, guys. F at negative 0.5 is negative 0.1875. If I try the next two smallest zeros, that'd be 0 and positive 1 this time. I get 0.5. F at 0.5 equals, put in for both of the x's, and this time I end up with negative 0.1875. Hey, I got the same number twice. That can happen. Nothing wrong with that. And let's plot some information. I got zeros at 0, at 1, at negative 1. Leading positive coefficients going up to the right. It was x to the 4, which is even, so up to the left. The y-intercept, I'm taking care of that already. Okay, so that negative 0.5, just below the axis, right there. At positive 0.5, I'm again just below the axis, right there. What's my picture going to look like? It's going to come down, up, and down, and up again. It's sort of like a little W there, right? There's my graph. All done. Last one. Let's take a look at letter F. Okay. Common factor. Okay, what can I take out? They all have x squared in them. In fact, I don't like having my first term being negative, so I'm going to take the negative sign out too. So negative x squared. I'm left with x squared. This will be a minus 2 now, and a plus, oh, I need an x there. Minus 2x plus 1. Okay. Check my brackets. Can I go further? It looks like a trinomial. Can I think of things that add and multiply? Sure, I can. X minus 1 and x minus 1. Hey, that's weird. That's the same bracket twice. We should probably write that as x minus 1 squared. So now when I write my information, what kind of zeros do I have? I've got 0, and that's a touch. And I've got x is 1, and it's a touch too. Okay, they're both powers of 2 exponents. So these are touching zeros. My leading is negative. My y-intercept. Okay, if I put 0 in for x, I get 0 out. Okay. Max and mins. Oh, nice. I only have to worry about one of them, right? There's only one max min point. Okay, max min. If I take my zeros, which was 0 and 1, divided by 2, I get 0.5. F at 0.5. Everywhere I see an x, I'm replacing it. Now be careful with this one. I've got a power of 4, and then I've got 2 times 0.5 cubed, and then I got to subtract 0.5 squared. And when I put that on my calculator, I end up with, oh, it's a really small one this time, negative 0.0625. Okay. Okay, let's graph all this good information we got here. What do we got? Zeros. That's 0. Another one at 1. It's negative, which means it's going down to the right. It's a 4, so it means I'm going down to the left. Okay. At 0.5, I've got a negative 0.062. Oh, just tiny bit below there, right? If I draw that, it's going to look something like this. Even hard to see. It's right on the line there, okay? And they're both touching. Yeah, there's my graph. That's it. That's all. Makes sense for my pictures, my information. That's what my graph would look like. Okay, so there's how we can graph things that aren't in the right form. So we're going to fix our form, go from standard form to factored form, so you can see your zeros. And I want you to add in the extra information about max and mins this time. I think that's the only difference we're adding today. Just work from left to right with your zeros, right? Add a pair, divide by 2. Add a pair, divide by 2. Okay, try the homework tonight, some stuff from your book, and the quiz if there is one, and we'll see how you guys do.